FNL Vintage. Retro runway footage. Resurfaced interviews. And style archives. Revisit iconic collections. And celebrities. Of fashion seasons past.
I'm here with Pamela Rowland backstage, and her show is about to start. She's going to premiere her Fall 2012 collection. How do you feel?
A little nervous, but very excited.
I believe it. There's a lot of work, blood, sweat, tears, emotions that go involved in your collections, isn't there?
Oh, absolutely. And this has been a great collection. And I think fall's always a little more work than spring, too. There's a lot to cover in fall.
So tell me about this collection. I want to know about the stitching and the color palette and the fabric and the inspiration and everything.
Well, the inspiration is Aspen. I grew up skiing there. My family has a house there, and our kids learn to ski there. So it's a place we really love. And we love to ski, and so you'll see a lot of my inspiration all throughout. You'll see all about Aspen. You'll see kind of ski coat looks and fur. We have faux fur and regular fur. But of course, we can't have a show without amazing gowns either.
Right. It's kind of like the trademark of the brand. Now, if you could
Absolutely.
define the brand, who is the Pamela Rowland woman?
She's a very confident woman, a woman that knows what she wants, and she loves to feel good in her clothes, because our clothes, I've always heard, feel good on also. So she's a woman that likes to have fun.
Patty, you look very, very beautiful. How are you doing this evening?
Doing good.
What are you wearing? Who are you wearing?
I'm wearing Mark Bauer, my favorite designer. He's actually one of my closest friends, and he nailed it. He just nailed it.
You sure did. There's even a slit. Can you show me the bottom? That's like a sexy slit.
I'm wearing Louboutins, and I've got my Cartier collection ring. I'm all set.
Now, when I was in LA and I was on a red carpet, I interviewed two of your coworkers. The
Dustin and Rachel?
Yes.
Okay.
And I asked Dustin, I was like, Dustin, what advice would you give to people out there that are dating? And Dustin said, on your first date, kiss the person you're on a date with to see if there's passion.
He means a French kiss. Yes, you have to have temperature reading whether you have chemistry. If the kiss is bad, usually the relationship's bad.
And if the kiss is passionate and
Kiss is
crazy, it's
passionate,
amazing.
pressing, you want to go on another date. Make another date as soon as possible.
So what brings you out here besides Mark Bauer? Is it the hard?
It's
you have
the
a
hard
friend?
truth. Lori asked me to do the event. My mother's suffering from lung cancer and cancer. So, it's a really important thing for me to be here. I want to stamp out smoking. And that's really the reason I'm here. I think smoking is the kiss of death. And I think between that and diabetes, we got to watch ourselves.
The number one killer for women in America is heart disease, isn't it? So,
and they don't know it. They
Right,
don't
which
know
is
it.
scary,
They
and
don't
that-
know it. They don't check themselves. They don't think of it. It's not on the radar.
and that's why this event's
That's
happening
why
to
this
create
event is
awareness.
To make awareness, to make sure we all check ourselves and that we don't wait till it's too late.
And what do you do personally for exercise and to keep a healthy lifestyle?
I'm a big elliptical person, but I just got a membership as a gift to the Equinox, waiting for the Equinox to open up in Marina Del Rey in California. As soon as that opens, I'll be hitting it.
Excellent. And then is there any special diet, things you eat or don't eat, or things you like to eat or not eat?
I'm a Sensa. I do my diet Sensa. I lost 30 pounds, and I'm gluten-free as well. Yeah.
30 pounds?
Yes.
Wow. Wow. And how, like a month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months?
It's about over a year, but I went down from a size like 8 to a size 2. I did it slowly so that the weight would stay off, and it really, really worked.
Yeah, your waist is really small now.
I'm a size 2 now. I'm really happy.
So tell me about your dating life. I mean, what you do on TV and
Really talk about that. You'll have to watch this season on Millionaire Matchmaker. Okay. I'm
and
not
when
gonna-
does that air, the day, the
start
time?
airing it- We start shooting in April. We don't know our air date yet. It takes about 4 months for us to shoot a show. Okay.
Well, thank you so much for your time. You look absolutely stunning.
Thank
Alrighty,
you.
bye-bye. The model mastermind that goes in and fixes up agencies all over the country, Paul Fisher. How are you?
Great to see you, brother.
Nice to see you too. Nice to see you
Thank
too.
you, brother. Thanks, Rocco.
So I wanted to ask you, what was the most difficult process of filming the show? Because now you have a hit show on CW Network, and I know what it's about, but maybe you can tell our viewers a little bit about what it's about. And then the question is, what was the most difficult one thing that you had to deal with at an agency?
Well, our show is, some people call it a reality show, Rocco. I call it a docu-series. Because in reality, I had one rule with the CW. Don't talk to me. Don't tell me what to say. Don't tell me what to do. Let me just do my thing, and you guys are allowed to document what I do every single day. And the show really is all about taking agencies in small towns that are actually discovering the stars in the first place and kind of teaching them and educating them on how to create stars. My job is to really make agencies' dreams actually come true. Because, if you're an agent, Rocco, you're an agent for one of two reasons. Either you want to make people famous or you want to make a ton of bread. And agencies in small markets that are actually finding the stars, they're not doing either one. So my job is to actually educate them, train them, so they can actually live out their dreams and actually make people famous. So our show's 9 o'clock on the CW. It's a pretty cool show. And I think probably the hardest thing about doing the show was if you could imagine walking into somebody's business that's had their business for, let's say, 20 years and telling them, you don't know anything. Let's start with that. You don't know anything. You've never made anybody famous. Let me show you exactly how it works. So the hardest thing was to convince them that they don't know anything. That was kind of tough.
All right, now you are an expert, you are a model maker, you are a fame maker. All those girls and guys out there that want to be involved in the business, what advice would you give them? They're growing up, they watch TV, I want to walk on that catwalk. I want to be a print model. I'm 5'3" and I want to go to Milan and walk in the catwalk. What are the realistic expectations that the fans out there that you could educate them with?
That's a great question. The first thing I always tell people, Rocco, is don't model. Run away from guys like me. And the reason being is because the modeling industry can be so tough on kids. You live underneath a microscope 5 times a day, 25 times a week, 100 times a month. You're having people judge your physical trip. Sooner or later, you're 18, 19, 20 years old. You look in the mirror and see things that nobody else sees. So I think the modeling industry is one of the toughest things in the world to do. But at the same time, I believe if you can kill it, and if you could really, really kill it, then you have a responsibility to become an incredible role model so other young people can look up to you. So what I suggest for people to do is, I hate to plug our company, the network, go to thenetworktalent.com, check it out, and you'll learn everything that you want to know about the modeling industry. And I'm hoping and praying once you check it out, you run away from the modeling industry once again. But if you can kill it and you can become famous, then I think you have a responsibility to show the world how to give back and how to become a role model and things like that.
I'm here with the very beautiful Rebecca Minkoff. I thought you were actually one of the models. You could walk in your own show. You know that, right?
Yeah, except I can't walk. I'd do this down the runway.
So, I want to talk to you about this collection. It's your fall 2012 collection,
Yep.
and we're actually standing in front of the pieces before they actually get on the runway. So tell me about the collection, and then I would love for you to actually pick up one of your pieces and talk about it.
So I was inspired by a documentary I saw, The Long Way Around, and it's a journey from Europe to Mongolia on a motorcycle. So I reimagined it as a girl with moxie, courageous, effortless, and what would she wear? And picking up, textures and color along the way.
And then what was the color palette that you decided to utilize? I see yellow, I see black, I see white, I see some browns.
Yeah, deep reds, deep royals, deep purples, plum, just rich color.
And if you could define the woman, the brand, who is Rebecca Minkoff?
Rebecca Minkoff is a downtown romantic, and she wants to be discovered for her style and her ability to put looks together. And it's not about her label. It's not about the real estate she purchased. It's about the look.
Now, I don't own any Rebecca Minkoff, but I actually do own Ben Minkoff. I have a beautiful black computer. I use it as a computer bag.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful, I love the leather, I love the way it's put together. And Ben Minkoff, if I get this right, was your grandfather or your father?
My grandfather.
Okay, so there's a line. Tell me about that line. I know that you're not showing it here, but I have been to your showroom, and I've worked with Daniel over there, Daniel Sands.
Yes.
Yeah, and he showed me some pieces, and it was amazing, and a lot of people don't get to hear about that or see that, so I want you to talk about that bit.
So we wanted to make our girl happy by providing her, something that she can get her man, and it didn't make sense to name it after me, so we picked my grandfather, who's a World War II veteran, and everything has, a slight military feel to it. So whether it's the fabric or some of the details, we want to kind of pay homage to that.
Yeah, it was in front of the computer bag. There is a flap that comes over, and then two leather straps, and it goes through two type of buckles to lock down, which is amazing. It was really, really beautiful. So pieces. What is this?
This is an embossed hair calf, so it's made to look like Astrakhan, but it's not. So it's friendly.
I am here with Rebecca Taylor. The show just ended. How do you feel? Is it a sense of relief?
Yes, it is. It is. I feel a bit stunned, actually. I want to go and get some tequila shots. Quite badly. Yeah.
So then tell me what we saw in the collection this season.
It's very textured, very poetic, sort of like darkly romantic, rich autumn hues, lots of layers, shearling, color.
And if you could define the brand, who is the Rebecca Taylor woman?
I think the Rebecca Taylor, she's like, I like to think of it as modern femininity. Yeah.
And then in your logo, are those two cats?
Yes, we need a new step and repeat.
Oh, no, I don't mind. I was just...
So I don't know where that one came from.
We are here backstage with Ruthie Davis. She's the one that's providing shoes for the Dennis Basso show, which she's actually wearing a pair of her own shoes right now. And the shoe label is also called Ruthie Davis. Now, Ruth, I wanted to ask you about the shoes and how it came to be where you're collaborating with Dennis Basso.
This is the fifth year we've collaborated together, and Dennis came to me because my shoes are very youthful and edgy and fun, and he wanted to sort of fun up and his look, you know, just add a little pizzazz.
Okay, and what are we going to see on the runway this collection?
We're going to see what I call like ladies who lunch on steroids. It's just very ladylike and elegant and sophisticated, but with that downtown edge. You know, they're 6-inch heels, they're crazy high, really sexy, and lots of great details.
Can we come back down to the shoe? I would like you to film the shoe. So explain to me about this show, this shoe specifically, because I see some spikes around your ankle.
It's a beautiful, ladylike, pointy toe, elegant shoe, but then I've got the edge with the metallic, the spikes, to really add a little bit of some.
Is there a website for our viewers to go to if they're interested to buy some of the shoes or check them out?
RuthieDavis.com. It'll give you a whole list of, you know, we're global, we're sold in over 30 countries, so worldwide.
Do you make guy shoes? I need some more shoes for myself. I need some options.
Sneakers for guys.
With spikes or?
Yeah,
really?
Absolutely.
I'm gonna have to go check them out, so maybe I'll get a pair or two. I am standing on the Vivian Tam runway with Sally and Rebecca from Girls Guide to Depravity, which is a program that's going to be airing on Cinemax soon. How do you guys feel? Is this one of your first Fashion Week shows?
Yes, it's my second fashion show I've ever been to in my life.
This is not my first Fashion Week, but this is my first Fashion Week with the network, and it has been unbelievable. I'm so excited.
So what are you wearing? You guys look amazing.
We're wearing Vivian Tam. What else?
Thank you so much. I just feel so elegant. This dress is so comfortable and loose and so New York. Yeah.
Tell me about the show. What are we going to see on the show?
Well, you're going to get a lot of advice, which you may or may not want to take. You'll have to watch the show to figure out what you think about that one.
Yeah, it's about two single ladies and their dating lives, but in a depraved fashion, you know, women who are just sick of playing the game, so they make up their own game.
Give me an example.
All right, so here's a rule. The best way to get over a guy is to get underneath another guy.
Another rule would be don't cry, make him cry.
Wow! So the best way to get over a guy is to get under a guy and don't cry but make him cry. So like inflict pain on that person?
Yeah, inflict the pain on that person, turn it around. Like it's about women empowerment, you know?
So let's empower all the women. Give me some more tips. Or give the women out there some more tips. And then I want to tip as a guy too.
All right, it's not about how you get his attention, it's about how you keep it.
Ooh. And what advice would you give to the women out there to keep that man's attention?
Oh, it's all about the eyes. Eye contact, ladies. You see these lashes? They go a long way.
Give me a tip.
Snacks?
Snacks.
I mean,
Yeah, the best way to the man's heart is always food, right? We can't go wrong with food.
And great sex.
And great sex, that is key.
So then tell me, what advice would you give to a man out there that's trying to approach these women that are taking your tips? So like a counter objective.
Always laugh at our jokes.
Always open the door and always pick up the check.
Always take us on dates.
Always give us compliments. We love compliments. Your hair, your makeup. Women love to hear that they look beautiful.
I'm here with Tadashi, the one and only. How are you?
I'm okay. How are you, Rocco?
Very good, very good. Now, before I interviewed you right now and asking you about your collection, I went around and I saw the collection. It's very colorful, very beautiful. The way that the fabric is falling. I wanted to ask you about this collection this season.
Okay, it's inspired by pre-2030 Shanghai, golden age of Shanghai. That's what's very opulent but mysterious, moody feeling of Shanghai. I want to capture with my dresses. I hope I did it.
It looks like it. I'm excited to see everything on the runway. If you could define the brand, who is the brand?
What the brand? What do you mean? Who is wearing or what is? What do you mean brand?
What I mean is like the ideal woman that you designed for.
Ideal women is, I think, anybody, not 17 to 70 years old women and any size of any age, any nationality, I can dress up. I think it's suiting for the young to old. Anybody can wear my dresses. That's the good part of my dresses.
I'm here with Sky Ferreira and Corey Kennedy. Let me ask you what you're wearing first. Can I guess?
Yeah, please guess.
You're wearing Jeremy Scott.
You are correct. What is Jeremy Scott?
What is Jeremy Scott? $10. Ching ching. And how about yourself?
I'm wearing Jeremy Scott too.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You're like, me too, me too.
Me too.
I'm gonna have to ask him to give me one of those like silver suits or something. I remember on the runway a couple of seasons ago, you had the men in these like silver metallic, look like spaceman suits. That would be really cool to wear on camera.
This season looks cray-cray. It's like from the internet. So if you like the internet. Oh yeah, there's bindies, neon bindies.
If you like Tumblr, you're gonna like this.
Oh, I cannot wait to see it.
It's like, what the? Tumblr was your inspiration?
So what have you been working on?
I'm just, still writing, taking photos and DJing, yada, yada, yada. She's a singer.
I'm so proud. And you have an amazing voice. Tell me about the album. Tell me about the single.
I'm coming out with a single within the next 2 months. I'm working with John Bryan and Ariel Rocha. It's really exciting, actually.
All right, and how has it been to do this transition now into the music world and singing and having such a strong following?
It's exciting, I guess. Yeah.
Well, I congratulate you on all the success. I'm looking forward to hearing your music more. I love the people at EMI that send me your tracks, and I want to keep reading your stuff and seeing you around. I've been seeing both of you everywhere.
Yeah, because it's fashion week, and I love fashion.
It's like summer camp all over again.
Yeah, except I didn't go to summer camp.
I didn't either. And I think that we should have been sent there, though.
This is our summer camp. Jeremy Scott's show was like a big, fun playtime.
Sure, summer camp.
Star Jones. Well, so what brings you?
Dennis is my guy when it comes to outerwear, and he has designed 3/4 of the coats in my closet. I own everything from his faux collection from QVC all the way up to the Big Mama Golden
So
Sable.
you're the number one fan, or one of the number one fans?
One of the number one fans. Actually, I saw my girl Joan Rivers back there. Joan was one of his first high-profile clients way back, but Dennis and I have been friends for over 20 years, so we are good friends. I trust him, I know him, and he understands what a woman likes to look, or how a woman likes to look. He knows how to take glam to a whole level that most people can't imagine, and it doesn't matter what your economic level is. You think you can't afford a Dennis Basso, but you can. Actually, my basic black coat is Dennis Basso QVC. Wow. That I wear, and everybody photographs and thinks it's some fierce designer coat, and it is my Dennis Basso from QVC.
Wow, that's pretty impressive. Now, everyone knows what you do. They see you on TV, but do you have any passion products that you work on that we don't necessarily get to see, or that maybe we don't know about you?
Well, my people now know, but my passion is heart health and the advocacy for the American Heart Association. I'm national volunteer for the American Heart Association, and this is February, which is Heart Month. I am doing 28 days of red. I will be in red every single day.
Valentine's Day.
Thank you very much. I will be in red every single day for the month of February to bring awareness to heart health. It is the #1 killer of all Americans, the #1 killer of women,
right.
the #1 killer of African Americans, and when it comes to women and African Americans, it beats the next 4 causes of death combined.
Wow.
And it includes all forms of cancer. And most people don't realize that heart disease affects every single one of us. 1 in 26 women will die from breast cancer. 1 in 3 will die from heart disease. So it is my job, my passion, my life's work to bring awareness to this disease.
That's really, really scary statistic.
It's a daunting statistic. I can give one piece of advice, very easy. Eat less, move more.
I'm here with a very beautiful Stephanie, which is the fashion consultant for IMG and the director of fashion for Lincoln Center, which means she's the one responsible for all of the Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week fashion events right here at the Lincoln Center. How does that feel?
It feels pretty amazing to be here at Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week at Lincoln Center. Just to be standing in the Coke Theater, about to watch Zach Posen and his collection come down the runway. We can't wait.
Now, a lot of people don't get to see you. They're not sure who Stephanie is. But what is the process? What happens right after this Fashion Week ends in preparation for the following Fashion Week?
Right after Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week at each season, we're on our 4th season here at Lincoln Center, and I have to say the process has already begun for September. It's a year in advance to really prepare for what we do on campus and within the complex of Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week.
So if someone's interested in having an event or having a show, is it typically they go through IMG and then IMG talks with you, or what is that process?
It really depends if you're talking about the complex or you're talking about the actual campus. Around Lincoln Center campus, I deal with all the different designers and the production teams, and we figure out, like right now we're here in the Cokewoods for Zach. Last year, Zach was coming back for his first season, so it was a lot of sit-downs and preparation to figure out where would be the ideal location for Zach to show, which ended up being Avery Fisher Hall in the Portico.
And were you a model at one time?
No, I worked at Vogue for over a decade as a director of special events. So I produced the Costume Institute benefit at the Met, along with all of Anna's other events.
So then that was your passion, let's say your passion for fashion, that it grew from there? Or I'm trying to figure out, how did you personally get involved in the fashion world? What was the initial interest? Did you watch fashion shows growing up and said, one day I want to be in charge of the entire fashion world of Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week and consult with IMG? Because IMG is huge. I mean,
IMG is huge.
Your title and your position is massive.
You know, I think I was working at Sotheby's, and a friend of mine, I'd gone to a photo shoot, and a friend said, from Vogue said, there's a position open, and I went in to meet with Anna Winter, and fortunately, I was able to get a manager position in public relations, and it all went from there, and Anna really opened up those doors for me.
We are here on the runway at the Custa Barcelona show. He's about to showcase his fall 2012 collection with Tinsley Mortimer. How are you?
I'm great. How are you? Nice to see you.
I'm doing. It's very. I feel like, you know what I feel like? It's summer camp, and we see each other every season, every few months.
Exactly. It is. It's like back to school, summer camp, and I know we don't see each other than this, but it's nice to see you always.
It's very nice to see you. What are you wearing?
It's Custa Barcelona, and since it's a little bit cold, it's so hard to sort of dress for these things. So I had to pair it up with a sweater and some tights and a belt, but it's cute.
You did a great job, and you look beautiful. So I see that you have your hair wavy and curly, and it looks beautiful. What made you want to do your hair that way today?
Well, if you know me, I always do my hair this way. My hair is naturally very straight, so I just love to always put a little wave or a little curl into it. I just think it looks prettier, so I like it. But I mean, I do have straight hair, and I'm going to switch it up a little bit, but I usually go with the curl. No, I like the curl.
I like the curl too, and I've seen you with straight and curly hair over the X amount of years I've been interviewing you, but I really love the curl. So tell me about the handbags. Are you still involved with that? Because I know over in Asia you were doing some handbags.
No, I still do. It's about my 5th year, maybe my 6th year so far, working with Samantha Devassa as a designer for them, and just working on my fall 2012 line right now, and also my spring line. I mean, I have one over here, but it's black. It's a big one, but it's cool. I did fringe for the spring.
Wait, is it? Let's pick it up. Let's pick it up. Let's show it.
So, you can't really see it because it's black, but I did some fringe, sort of more of bohemian kind of cool looks for spring, and I have, of course, it in white and green and other colors, but it's still sort of cold, so I'm wearing black right now.
So where can people buy the bag?
Well, it's at the store Samantha Devassa, which is on between 75th and 76th in Madison, in New York. Or if you're ever in Japan, there's like 160 stores in Japan, so you can pick them up there too.
Now, if you could define socialites, what does that mean? Because people say, and it's true that you have a presence, a media presence. You have a TV program called High Society. You have a following. You have an influence, a very strong influence on a lot of people. So how does it feel to have this influence?
You know, I mean, look, I'm from Virginia. I was not from New York. To come to New York and to be able to feel a part of it in this way, and to come to Fashion Week and to now be a designer, and for people to, you know, recognize my style and like it, and for me, you know, it's flattering and it's cool and it's a dream come true. I love New York and I've always wanted to be here, and to be, you know, to feel a little bit a part of it in that way is just something that's a dream come true for me.
I'm here with Tyson Bedford, super male model. You're on the runway, someplace that you've been often.
Yes, I'm here to support Whitney, and we're getting ready to do Britain and Ireland's Next Top Model together. We leave Monday, so I figured I'd get a chance to see her style. I've seen her on Hills, I've seen her on City, and I know she worked for Diane, so it's good to see her, elevate and to see her be able to achieve her dream. So,
Are we going to see you come out with a men's line sometime soon?
Yeah, I'm actually thinking about it. I've been talking to people, and they've been talking to me, and we're trying to figure it out. You've got great style. This is a great jacket.
This is actually by Samara Lou. She handmade this for me.
I see. She'll have to handmade me one too.
Yeah,
it's
well,
definitely good style.
She's having a show in Soho, I think Friday or Saturday. If you're in town, you come by.
Yeah, I am in town. I should be able to do that. I mean,
we'll exchange
hopefully
information.
It's not this damn early, but
no,
anyway.
no, it's in the evening.
Yeah.
So, did you find it difficult at all to transition from model into actor? Because I know you're still modeling, but you do some serious acting stuff too.
Yeah, I have. It is a hard transition because they just think you're a pretty face and you can't act. So my last film won about 15 independent awards, and I co-produced that, and I starred in it with Lynn Whitfield, Bruce McGill. It's definitely a lot of work. You can't just jump into it thinking that you know what you do. You can just easily just read the words and be that character. I went 8 years of acting school while I was still doing the runway stuff, so it was pretty good, man. I mean, it's definitely a hard transition. Still, I still have issues. I was nominated Best Actor. I lost to a veteran actor, but my supporting actor, Glenn Thurman, won. But, it's definitely a hard thing, man, when you transition. And that name of that film was Kings of the Evening, which has been playing on Stars, and, I've heard it's been on HBO too as well. So we're doing well. It's just, you're trying to do it as a filmmaker as well. So.
And then as a male model, you're known for your body and your physique and, of course, your looks. What do you do to keep this body? Because you've had this body for a while, even back with Ugly People way back when in Milan in the early 90s. When we both with the same agency with the same agent, Calvin French.
Yeah,
so tell me your exercise routine.
Basically, I just hydrate, a lot of water. I'm into cycling now. I do a lot of running, cardio stuff, and I love to jump rope. So those are my few little secrets. I'm not going to give it all because, hopefully I'll put a tape out later on. But, at 41, I'm still ripped, like I'm 21. So, yeah, I stay in shape.
here with Vittel. He's the face of the official Hansen USA lighting equipment for photographers. And I see you everywhere here at Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week, backstage, front of the house, running around, shooting celebrities. I wanted to ask you how it feels to be involved with a great company and then also shooting everywhere all the time.
Well, I enjoy Fashion Week because you're always ahead of the fashion. You know what's going to be in the future, and you can get some ideas, about which dresses to get for editorial shoots, because this is just I'm doing for Fashion TV, I'm doing for the Daily Front Row magazine, and but I'm doing also a lot of inside like editorial stuff, and it really helps me establish friendship with the models, also meeting a lot of people, and getting some interesting ideas for the future upcoming photo shoots.
Okay. And then you shoot editorials, you said.
Yes, I do editorials, covers, bridal work, fashion work, any different magazines, any different publications, Europe, USA, and everything.
I'm here with Whitney Port for Whitney Eve. Your show just ended. How do you feel? How does it feel?
It feels crazy. I feel really shaky.
Really?
Yeah, sort of shaky, yeah.
So I was sitting front row and I saw the collection. I thought some of the pieces were really beautiful, and I want you to elaborate on the whole collection and how long it took to put together and the fabrics you chose and why you chose those fabrics and what the true inspiration was for this collection. Because I know that you had worked with Diane von Furstenberg.
Yeah.
You come from initially TV, and then you transitioned into the fashion world. So
Right. Well, I was originally inspired with my prints by kaleidoscope aesthetic. So that's what they were really based off. The collection goes a little bit day into night, like the nude story at the beginning and the more cocktail metallic sequin at the end. But yeah, I mean, everything that I've done in my career has helped me get to this point. So I feel really lucky for all of that fashion industry experience.
now, do you feel like when you're designing, you're actually designing for yourself, like your own personal taste, or is it like you're designing for the clients?
It's definitely both. I think I wanted to reflect my style aesthetic and what I'm all about in terms of fashion, but I also want to design for every girl, so that every girl can feel comfortable and confident in it.
So basically, every girl gets a piece of who Whitney Port is through Whitney Eve, because that's part of the brand?
Yeah, I think when you're designing something, that's usually how it happens, yeah.
We were backstage with Zhang Toi. His show just completed, your fall 2012. How do you feel? I got you fresh off the runway. I was backstage waiting for you.
I feel great. I hope the audience likes the collection. I did my homework. I thought that all the girls looked really beautiful. The only boy looked handsome. So I feel good about it.
Now, if you could define the brand for this season, who is the Zhang Toi?
Well, the Zhang Toi ladies are the one who are very confident with themselves, who want the best of the best only, who not necessarily follow trend. They're very confident with who they are. They make a very big effort to make themselves look beautiful.
And if you could tell me the inspiration for this collection, the color palette, the fabric.
Yes, for 2012 at House of Toy is about glamour at the start. It's all about glamour and gorgeous clothes for gorgeous girls. And last season was so exotic. My Dream of Africa collection was so exotic and so beautiful. I decided this season I wanted a major cleansing. So
I remember Christy Alley, she closed the show.
Yeah, she closed the show. So it's so exotic. I want a cleansing. So I went to Gestalt in Switzerland and come up with a very clean color palette to begin with. And I want to make a major statement with winter white. For me, nothing is more luxurious than wearing white in the winter time, and then black. And then I want to lit up the runway in the evening segment with a major ruby jewelry that I designed for my licensee Zhang Toi Precious Jewel by Amy Phillips. So, and the fabric, there's a lot of beautiful fabric, especially from Laura Piano, which I'm a big fan of. They are Laura Piano. They create a special wool and angora for the suiting for me, where cashmere and silk, with cashmere and wool herringbone and 100% cashmere coating. And then there's a beautiful one zebra print on the runway that is designed by my best friend Kazumi Yoshida of Clarence House. It's made out of pure silk velvet. It's $800 a yard, that fabric. So, and then because the collection is so clean, so I want to create a lot of texture on the runway. So I use re-embroidered French lace and beautiful pleated ruffles, pleated tulle and organza ruffle, and also beading to give the texture that I wanted on the runway.